Why, hello, fellow point and click isometric escape game horror game enjoyers. How are you all doing today? Uh, we're back in Stasis because I like the game. Any text readers will immediately have recognized that I've made the text bigger. So now you can read it. And to those is very the worst among you will not have seen episode 1, but I'm a forgiving soul, so I will explain what happened. Let me conjure up the memories of yesterday. So we're in space aboard a spaceship, a really big one, called the Groom Lake. We're in the future, pretty dystopian view of the future where the medical system has completely collapsed because there are like way too many people. So forget getting like a heart transplant if you need one, because that doesn't make sense because there are lots of people who can give you hearts. Anyway, here there's this big company. They made this spaceship, and they're probably on the edge of star NX 4212899-B. Actually, I think they're just in the solar system. But aboard this ship, they can do all their weirdest experiments away from the prying eyes and the pesky regulatory bodies. Am I right, fellow lawbreakers? And their goal is to come up with like the cheapest, like the easiest way to produce, organs and stuff. Probably so they can like give them to people, sell them to people rather. Or maybe they're just hungry. I don't know. Um, so they made a lot of clones to experiment with, a lot of human petri dishes and whatnot. Except something went wrong. Can you believe it? The ship was designed to such a terrible standard, and they also encountered some sort of fungal life form that has been messing up the experiments, turning the test subjects into murderous mutated machines. Well, not like biological machines. And yeah, we're here. We're just a normal guy who was pirated by an aforementioned company for more bodies. Trying to find our family, who's probably still in stasis somewhere. Just got locked up in the lemon lime Kool-Aid station. And here we go. Can we get up here? Use some valves. Okay, so here's a pumping state, right? We gotta pump out the water. I'm gonna just take a picture of this with my phone. I see some of the markings are missing, so I'm not sure how useful this information is gonna be. But it looks like we can fill up some sort of chamber with fluid. It might be a little bit harder to empty it out, but maybe we don't have to. Oh yeah, and there's monsters and jump scares. Oh, no, it's just a cat. Never mind. Hey, he's the cat from the text log. I think his name is Jupiter. Yeah, come here. Come here. I got a big tuna fish in my pocket. May or may not have a big tuna fish in my pocket. Oh, no.
I can't believe that just happened.
Sounds like you made friends, I guess. What the hell? Maybe we shouldn't stand on this flooring. If a cat's weight is not too heavy. Here we got the cat's PDA. We can look through its logs. It's a very literate cat. Every single day, Grant brings his poor little cat to the plant. Swear to God, it's gonna die of methane inhalation. Did a number on my ankle. Doc says I need to keep the weight off it for a few days. I hope Grant can pick up the slack for me. Some of these idiots think the fungus spreading through Groom Lake was caused by aliens. This place is disgusting, so of course it's gonna be overrun with mold. If you guys tried to get off a tram station, tried to get tram station B repaired, because they were locked down via lockdowns. I wanted to go and help, but I don't know shit about trams or stations. Anyway, they haven't come back yet, so everyone's more than a little worried. The guys in Block B are absolutely fucked. I'm pretty sure that we're next. Stacy almost didn't make it in. Poor girl's too young for this. That's a funny thought. Who's old enough for this? Who reaches a point in their life when they figure they're ready to be ripped apart by God knows what? Thank you for your insight, Zane. Oh. Alright. Jump in.
Tim, methane is explosive, right?
Highly.
Why would there be methane tanks under the crew quarters?
Kane doesn't care about safety. They're driven by profit.
This is the elevator to the annex.
Can you climb it?
No. It's just the shaft. I can't see an entrance.
Alright. Release valves. What's a balustrade? Alright, I can't see anything going on here. Except for this pump station terminal. Alright. Let's look up the key I made earlier. Up, down, down, left, right, left, A, B, start. Made a Mario sound. Hang on, what did that do? Alright. Looks like we have activated the command that pumps sewage into the room, which is probably not what we want. What if I just make it the exact opposite? Alright, that makes sense. There we go. Kind of hoping I didn't miss something, because I could have gone like west at the very start room. Right, well, we got some gas tanks, still probably blocking the elevator.
You said it's been 3 months since all of this happened. Shouldn't there be a rescue mission on the way?
This is a deep space vessel. It can operate indefinitely. If it wasn't for the psychological effects of deep space travel, she wouldn't even need a new crew.
So nobody's looking for us.
No, and even if they were, there's no way for them to find us. 3 months is a long time adrift.
Alright. Grip the pipe grip, if you please. He's not willing to grip the pipe grip. Too stinky. Do you drill the... Do you like to drill the explosive gas tank? No? Why not? Have some fun once in a while. Alright, I'm gonna... Get your ass back up that ladder, boy. I'm gonna go back to the start and go the other direction. 'Cause I hate to say it, but there was probably something over there. Maybe all the water's been pumped out and I can run easier. Not really. If you can get up there, they've got a security level of 2. You can take their hand as well. Probably not necessary. Also, they're kind of just a skeleton, so... Yo, this is where the... this is where the janitors have fun. Can I even... Oh yeah, he's going. He's just slow. Fallen grating. Gimme that. Alright, we're up into the entertainment sector.
These people were just killed. Like they've been skinned.
Eaten.
No. I went hunting with my uncle when I was a kid. I know what skinning looks like. Never did it myself, but I saw it.
I'm a vegetarian.
Vegetables have skins. Alright. You can draw a little bit of knowledge. Anyway. You get any cigarettes? No. Wonder if you push the vending machine too much, it'll fall over on him. Give me another Steam achievement. Alright. Coming for those cigarettes. Never mind. Here's a pool cue. Can take that. We got a weapon now. Read the PDA. This is probably not going to be useful information. Tammy and I had a great evening together. This mystery alcohol is pretty much a miracle. Made my throat burn terribly, though. Oh my god, I thought I was gonna starve. The stupid fungus crap ruined all the food. We finally got a delivery and it was great to eat something. The food's not as good as the food Hydro makes, though. I wonder if Kane Corp would let me volunteer for Project Seed. Surely they'd give you some great benefits or something for volunteering. If you just have to have been pregnant before, I think. Do abortions disqualify you? I'll look at it. Nope, they need volunteers who've actually birthed a baby or miscarried late. You have to be at least 18 for whatever reason. How'd Kane know I was 17 anyway? I thought those documents looked realistic. Oh, because I didn't want a bunch of experiments on me anyway. I'm freaking out. The groom leg went like boom and stuff. And then stuff started falling and shaking. I almost got a fork stuck in my neck. Jeb got caught under a bed. Now I feel bad for calling him a creepy old man all the time. I had a good idea. I said we should use the tubes that we send the experiments through to get people to medical because the trams are broken. Everyone loves me now. Tammy's gonna help. She's so brave sometimes. I go too, but she said not to. She's kind of like a mom to me, but she said that'd be weird because we're best friends. Tammy's not back yet. I don't know what to do. I should never... If I never had that stupid idea, she'd be okay. It's my fault. Robin says it's not my fault, but I know it is. I'm just so stupid and useless. Like I was at home. I don't even have a home. All I did was hurt people. I wanted them to get me. I killed Tammy and now it's... Oh, right. Now it's my turn. Zane carried me to the rec area. I kicked and screamed, but he dragged me in anyway. Wish I could be a good person like him. Useless. I think I'll sit by the doors so they get me first. Maybe I'll buy everyone else's second or two.
This looks like a recent edition.
Like within the 3 months edition? Let's check this one. Neville. They got Neville in this place? I thought Warner Brothers had like a pretty firm grip on him. Anyway, I can't believe I'm in space. I know a lot of people have been here, but you don't appreciate the cosmos till you see them from outside the atmosphere. It's not something to be taken for granted. I hope this is the beginning of a long journey for me. Brother, you have no idea. If I could just live in the void for an eternity, I would give anything. I don't miss Earth at all. Unbelievably, the gazes of passing asteroids are less cold than most humans. It's amazing to see all the constellations up close and personal. I started writing a comic about myself, the space adventurer. Though I've just been sweeping and dusting on the ship, I know it's my key to becoming one with the cosmos. My comic is coming along nicely. I decided I'm not gonna make myself a superhero. Instead, I'll lead a team of super geniuses and will use the power of the universe to save it. My sidekick is Carl Sagan. Einstein pilots the Bride Pond. That's my awesome ship. And Hawking crushes stuff with his cybernetic limbs. Issue 1 done. Despite what I've been through, I still like space. I've seen enough movies to know how this is gonna end for me. I wish my comics hadn't been lost in the tremors. They're pretty much my final testament. I even finished issue 6. We destroy a race of parasitic squid guys. Except we keep one as a pet and we train it to fight for us. It also bites Einstein, who gets a cool scar as a result. Anyway, it's too late for that. I'm gonna spend my final days taking in the universe through any window I can find. Peace out, universe. Best characters so far. Okay, we get the long thin stick. Maybe we can use the long thin stick to reach into the cigarette dispenser to get yet another useful item. He is like walking over to it instead of just berating me, so okay. I guess. It's a lighter. I don't know if flame and tank of methane right up to my face mixes that well. We're absolutely gonna find out. It'll be fine. Right? Like, probably? Probably yeah? Probably yeah. Probably fine. So let's check this. Oh. Can I go in? No, you're up to your, like, torso and crap, but a little faster would be nice. Look, I'm helping you escape this death trap, you know, giving you an extra pair of eyes where you can't see yourself, and just trying to help you. I help you, but you gotta help me too, you know?
Maybe. No.
Alright. Maybe if we put the lighter on the end of the stick, we can
I don't think that'll work.
outrange the explosion. Alright. Looks like we need some sort of string material to tie it on. I should have thought of that before. Alright.
I don't think this will fit.
Oh. How about, here he goes. Cutscene of him blowing up time. What? The lighter is securely held in the pipes. Yeah. Yeah. So this guy thinks he can, like, flick a little lighter's flint wheel thing. Oops. With a something as unwieldy as a pool cue. I don't know about that. Unless it's like a future lighter that actually works the first time all the time. Alright. Right, we gotta
These don't go well together.
get down the ladder. Maybe we have to go back up to the catwalk and then do it from up there. The railing's probably broken off for a reason, right? Get over here. Alright. Yeah. if there are any, you know, children or idiots watching this, if there's an open source of gas, the gas will fill the entire room and not just the local area around the source of the gas. So don't do that. Just you'll just blow yourself up. All right. If you're in a derelict spaceship with like man-eating clones, and you gotta get through the methane room, don't do that. This is just one of the ways video games is not realistic, okay?
John, wait. There's a highly corrosive gas on the other side of that door.
Recycle the lock.
Snake?
Less fear can't
Snake!
death is
They alluded to that like in 7 different PDAs. I only just see the tram station B ribbon right there. That's okay. I'm hunting for Steam achievements. It's like a choose your own adventure, but every second page is a you died page. Don't tell me I gotta do the whole thing again. Don't tell me I gotta walk the wrong way by accident again. Oh no. He has to do it again. My bad. Alright, John, we've practiced this. Alright, cover your ears this time.
It's here. I can get back up to the crew quarters.
Alright, this time we save the game. Now let's see if we can get into this place. Oh, there's no console.
Scratch marks.
Right, never mind.
Somebody was trying to get in.
No panel. Now what? Is it like a mission objectives button? Probably not. Think of been to these rooms before, right? This would be hydroponics. Yep. We didn't exactly come out of this with anything new in our possession. This was just like a side mission that we survived. Which is unfortunate. We've just got another area we can access. What if we flood the thing again? For no reason. Pour the sewage down the elevator. Hmm. Hmm. Unfortunate. The last puzzle I remember being on was that we needed to put something that moves in front of the motion sensor. So we can activate the motion sensor from across the room, have the door open, and then go through the door and release some sort of lockdown or something. We don't have any new items, which is unfortunate. And I never saw anything new in this area. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Back up. Let's re-familiarize ourselves with the Prue decks. See if this console can do anything else. Door locked due to atmosphere control override. No, that's it. Maybe we don't want to override that ever. Ah, dead tree. Why didn't I think of that before? Okay, so hydroponics. It had the hole that we used to get down into the sewers. Which is not useful for us. Had to drill these, like, moving things, but
Not a good idea.
you didn't want to do that. He was too squeamish, I guess. Maybe that's not hydro, that's just where the hydro workers were. Tried to get some meat to get some flies that were also moving, but he didn't want to do that either. He opened up the lockers and found something, probably, which we then used up. And we can't go further this way. This way is locked. This way is not a good direction. This was the medical room. Can't go in anymore because monsters. And here's where the motion sensor is. Atmosphere control. Indeed. Well, that's all we got. That's a PDA. That's a PDA. These are the cameras, which we looked in. Figured out that's the entertainment sector thing, room. That's the little, I don't know what you call it, elevator room. Just tram station B with the corrosive gas, I imagine. And that's it. I think maybe what we need to do is get the cat? Because if we get the cat, that is yet another thing that is motile. If we can put the cat in the motion sensors view and then hit the panel, we'll get in. That's all I got. Unless we get the hologram projector from entertainment and then put... Can we drill that up? We're right here. Let's... No, we're not right here. We're as far away from there as we can be. Let's try this way first. There's still nothing we can do here, so I didn't really expect that to... Unless cats love drill sounds, and we'll go to the drill. Pretty sure the cat got eaten by something down there, so... It's kind of a stretch to begin with. If we need any pipes, we can always go back here and get one. Alright, give me that thing. I can just take it? Oh, never mind. Does this work?
This is a useful drill.
Yeah, only when he wants it to be useful. Half the time he doesn't want to use it at all in a completely normal situation. Alright, we get a moving thing. You solved the puzzle. And this guy just has to lumber his way back. And then And then I tell you, we will be in business. Right, Butter? We'll be in business. She's sleepy. I think by the time he makes it over the ladder, I can get a glass of water. Probably not. All right. Now, we have a plan. Here's a question: how good do you think hologram technology is going to be by the time it makes it into like the civilian entertainment industry? Because that doesn't look good enough. Don't think people will get anything from that.
Life support. Atmospherics. I can understand why they had all the extra security.
Yeah, we wouldn't want slumped over dead body getting in and messing with all the settings. Ronald Anderson. He is a guy who acted pretty stupid on the outside, but was probably pretty deep into something. Is this it? Could this really be my golden opportunity? I was transferred to security with a guy named Paul and some other guy, whose name I don't remember. Sounded like Sarge, so I'm just gonna call him Sarge. Anyway, I'm glad. Maybe I'll finally make some real friends. Paul is mean, but Sarge is okay. Looks like food isn't coming in anytime soon. People are upset, but there's a lot of booze around. I don't drink much because my dad used to, and it got scary sometimes. Sarge is still nice when he's drunk, though. Even though he said I'd make a pretty girl. We got a mystery package from the cloning vats today. I was even allowed to type the terminal entry. It's supposed to go to Lab 18. Sarge says we're gonna put it in med storage for now, though. Makes really scary noises. His name's Samantha. I liked a girl named that once, but then some guy, Anthony, was stalking her and she moved away. Paul just read that over my shoulder and reminded me that PDAs are for work logs only. I don't like Paul. Sarge says I can type whatever I want. The whole ship just shook a lot. Power's out everywhere. Everything's locked down, but we can get through it. Through some of it, because we're security. Hope no one got hurt when everything's flying around in there. People are trying to get Tram Station B to work because A is closed. I think we killed some people today. I don't know why for gore. Sarge is angry. He's beating on the window. I'm so confused. Alright. Nothing here.
So young.
Focus, John.
See, like, 7?
Some of them are just fucking kids, Tia.
Don't you think I know that? You've only been awake a few hours now. I've
This game's been on the Steam store for 2015. I've been dealing with this shit for 8 years. I think it was 2015. Atmosphere controls. Venting proceed. Uh-oh.
Atmosphere vented in tram station B.
Sussy imposters located in section B. Alright. We can go through the tram station. Bunch of people went in to try to fix the station so they could, you know, evade the lockdowns and find food and stuff. Except, people didn't want, I don't know, like the messed up clones and the fungus and stuff breaching the lockdown, so they filled it with snooze juice.
I found her. Your daughter is in the medical bay.
Yo!
Alright, let's do this.
I thought she was killed like a long time ago. Hate to say it. Specimen transport. Shoot her up with the tube, I guess.
Limb regeneration.
Ooh. What happens if you put your penis in there? Right. Okay. We saw one of these just a little while ago.
Project Kitchen Knife.
Let's see what else we got before we type in random locations.
It's here. Tram isn't operational.
Right.
What do you mean? Can you fix it?
No. No, I don't think so.
There is no other way
Did you
out
even
there.
try?
Let me look around.
Fuck, this is all falling apart.
Okay, so this is the medical bay. We got medical bay, limb regen, something else. Project Kitchen Knife, Hydro, Project Seed. Alright, so we know what all the...
Nothing, just reading out loud.
We know how to get to a lot of places. Or something of that sort. I take pictures of them all.
Medical bay. This is it.
So we'll do that one last, I guess. Yep. Hey. Alright. Time to do them all. Maybe they're not all on the list of... Oh. So, the hell? Alright. Why is it skipping 2 of them? Maybe it's just a animation thing. Anyway, it's not this one. Or... Okay, this is limb regeneration. Hang on. Oh, no, I'm stupid. This is the right one. And then... Looks like that. This is limb regeneration. So maybe we just hit the... That's right. Okay, I guess we'll do your super important medical bay. This
I can say both.
this is transportation of the future. This is Elon Musk's transportation. Imagine being in a box and there's like a traffic jam in the LA box transit system.
Quantum devices are not permitted in specimen storage.
Uh-oh.
Quarantine procedures initiated. Quantum storage device reset.
Okay, let's see what we can see.
It definitely looks like the medical facilities. I think I'm on the right track.
Yeah, you're on the medical bay level 1. Your daughter is 4 decks below you.
4 decks. That's like twice the distance I've traveled in these 4 hours.
This is strange. I'm not reading any PDTs in your area. They should remain active. Even on the
Yep.
Tell me, John. Why are you working with this?
Man, I don't know.
Dr. Milan.
She's been talking about me.
I'm nobody. I just want to find my family.
Without a family, man alone in the world, trembles with the cold. Are you trembling, John? Because make no mistake. You are alone.
Uh-oh. American hospitals be like.
He knew me. He knew my name. Could he help us?
John, this is happening because of him. He did all of this.
This is all too much for me, dear. I'm just a school teacher.
I can promise you that I want to find your family as much as you do. We're in
That's what
this
Atlas said
together.
in BioShock. Or that's what I said to Atlas in BioShock, I guess. Uh. Oh no. He's not gonna. He wouldn't. They wouldn't.
I'm not reading any PDTs in your area. They should remain
Oh no.
even on the
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Why are you working with
It was an honest mistake. Ugh.
She's been talking about me.
I'm nobody. I just want to
Any
find my
local
family.
kitties want a brush?
Without a family, man
Any local kitties in my area? Kind of. Come here.
Are you trembling, John? Because
Brush.
mistake. You are alone.
John, are you there? I'm jammed into the comm system. What did he say?
He knew me. He knew my name. Could he help us?
All brushed up.
John, this is
Kind
happening
of.
because of him. He did all of this.
This is all too much for me, dear. I'm just a school teacher.
I can promise you that I want to find your family as much as you do. We're in this together.
Alright, save the game. What if the motion sensors detected the opening of my save game? My save screen and they shot me. So... Even our drill's gone. Where'd my drill go? I think I have to walk behind them. Coca-Cola. Give me one. That's a great theme song. I think I'll have another.
Never liked Coca-Cola.
It's not what I intended, but keep it up. For whatever reason. We did it! Oh, this is how we leave. And we get a refreshing beverage.
I think that would break. I can't see it working like that.
You want me to do what? Me destroying the enemy's Gatling turret and space engineers and crawling through their conveyor systems to hack the control station.
On the body, too. He's pretty bloody.
Oh my god, a body. No. Someone died on this ship. Would you believe that? More power outages today. Damn it, I thought they had a lid on that. People have been way crankier than usual. One of my boys just broke down today. Shaking and scratching like he was suffering from withdrawal or something. I checked with the nurses who examined him and it looks like there was some sort of drug in his system. He swore blind he wasn't dirty and hadn't been taking anything. They're already preparing a tribunal for the poor guy. The thing is, I believe him. Everyone's been acting a bit peculiar lately. What's happening to my beautiful ship? That crap is growing up the spine of this baby like a cancer. Keep mailing Dr. Milan about this, but he hasn't responded to any of my messages. And I know he's reading them because I get more of those stooges from hydroponics down to collect samples whenever I send a few more words his way. I managed to corner his assistant down the other day and demanded to know when we're getting our share of the rations. She looked at me like she hadn't slept in a week and said, "Soon." None of us are sleeping properly. I try to greet each day with a smile, but the wrenches are getting panicky, and if not mutinous. I spend my time breaking up fights instead of maintaining the engines. I think about taking a group down to the engine ports and torching that shit off the hull, but I'm worried it's too late for that now. No more engineers, no more hope. When you take those things away, you got nothing left. I'm dictating this wedged under main security terminal. I don't think any of those things will hear me there. The rest of the survivors are holed up in the bulkheads, but no one was willing to risk leaving until we had some sort of protection. I pointed out we'd either die or starve anyway, and they voted to overwhelmingly for me to try to get some help. So I came down here through one of the maintenance tunnels and programmed the security terminal to mark any individuals with PDTs still implanted as hostiles. That should at least get all the turrets on our side. I'm not sure it'll work, but it's all I could do. I'm alone now. Hell, I'm used to it. Never met the right girl and all that, but I'm pretty sure I heard Lotus screaming, you know? Probably all dead now, but I can't know for sure. I could hear these things peeling panels off the walls and the floors like they're made of paper, and I'll be damned if they find me cowering under the floor like that. Guy Fawkes jumped with the noose around his neck when he was about to be executed. Did you know that? They were gonna half strangle and half rip him up to pieces, but he cheated the executioners, breaking his neck before he could torture him. I'm gonna do the same. Got a bullet for my protection, you see? Got a gun for that. Only one bullet left, but I'll only need one. Notices and reports. Personal data tags. If everyone's still able to receive messages, you'll know that the creatures are using our PDTs to get past checkpoints. So to prevent that, you'll proceed under armed guard to the primary surgeon pod where your PDTs will be removed. Afterwards, we'll reprogram security so that they'll target all the creatures who still have the tags. That would include me, I think? Not sure. Don't answer the doors to your quarters unless confirmed by the designated password. Today that word is Aegis. Emails. This is how it is. The unidentified substance is still spreading. It's fouled up engine ports D through G, and after a brief confab with the drive engineers, I can tell you it's having a detrimental effect on the engines. Long and the short of it is that the ship is seriously slowing down. The only thing accelerating is the speed of the growth. Its origin's unknown, though we're narrowing it down. This is a crisis situation. Use the hardest stuff you can find to remove it from the fixtures and the drive plates without endangering the protective casings of the drive cores. Good luck, guys. Chief Engineer, man. Okay. Free gun. I'll be taking this. Now load the gun with the cola. It's worth a shot. Oops. What am I doing? Right, is this just a picture? One of the guns is destroyed. We know this. The other one is not. And we go this way. Maybe? Oh, the gun is like right there. Right. This is the destroyed one. Alright, there's nothing in this direction, is there? No. Come on. It took me so long to get there. How about over here? Probably not. But what if? Alright, I'm going back out. I don't see anything else in here. I figured I could have just like left out this way. Through the door? Oh no. No! Alright, we have to do something to the other gun. Okay, good. I don't even know if I saved it that other time, so definitely gonna save it this time. Alright, options. We can try to hanging wire, of course. Electrocute yourself. Oh, I'll just take that. Okay, I was gonna say we could try to like put something onto the panel, but now I probably have to like tie it up or something like that.
No, that's ridiculous.
Oh, my mistake. I've been informed that's ridiculous.
I don't think that'll work.
Oh. Hello. I see a pigeon friend looking at me. He's a very pretty boy. Alright, off you go. Let's get that pistol back.
see it working like that.
Nothing. Hmm. Well. Well. Uh, it's a bit of a long shot, but like maybe we power up the barrel of the detached gun and then shoot the other one manually. I would rather just like disable this one.
That'll work.
Not that
This isn't gonna work.
guess I could get some ammunition from the other one. I don't know. I'll go back up there and just start poking around. Up. Uppies. Alright. Surprised we can't interact with this one. We can do something with the floor indentation. Loose wires. Okay, save game. No more venting for me. We can go up to here. Maybe we can weigh it down with a full can of cola.
But it may break.
Maybe I can,
I can't see it working like that.
maybe the weight of these three objects combined will, what
That's just crazy.
if we shake up the can like this? Alright, this is necessary. You shake up the can, and then now that it's all fizzied up, we spray it over the gun, and then that goes into the circuits and rusts it immediately, because this cola is probably got a pH of like 0.5. Loose wires. Put the wire on the loose wires.
Maybe? No.
Use the cables on yourself. Oh, he's gonna like strangle himself, isn't he? Yeah. I guess good job. Look at that. It wasn't even tight. He was just faking it. Alright. An appropriate response to a situation such as this, perhaps. What if he like drank the cola and had like an immediate heart attack?
Try to make it
No.
fit, but it may break.
No.
That's just crazy.
Hmm.
Although, no, crazy.
If we how do we get through a glass door? You throw something heavy at it.
I can't see it working like that.
You use the handle. The gun is in the way, and the gun cannot be stopped for some reason. No items can be used on the panel.
It doesn't work like that.
We tie a rope around the container
I don't think that'll
and
work.
then pull it over the. Okay, we pull. Put the.
No, that won't work.
Put the. We go away. We take the. We go back to surgery and remove our tag from our body. We stick the body part that has the tag into the cola, which melts it off.
It's just crazy. Although,
He's got a point. We if I really put the we put the rope on the I feel like I've done all the interactions up here by now. All the possibilities. Other than like these loose wires versus these loose wires. Probably doesn't matter. Do we back down the damn hatch? We use the cola on the computer or on the aha, you have to use it on the computer that controls the turret, I suppose, rather than on the turret itself. Enjoy a refreshing beverage. Uh-oh. We did it. I noticed the flavor text there was like an empty stack of cola cans below. But I just figured that meant that the guy had been raiding the machine till he died.
I hate doors.
One override. Coming up.
I hate doors.
Shit, John. The security systems in medical are inaccessible. It's like they've been locally reset. I can't access anything.
I'll think of something.
We get the we get the munitions from the gun, I guess. Or we just like pick it up and throw it into the glass. Yeah. John's a little bit cooler now.
Wow.
John's living the American dream now. Cola, big guns.
PDT users. Please see your supervisor for further instructions.
That makes no sense. All PDTs. That's everyone. They must have changed security settings. Stop anyone from heading down below.
Or coming up.
Probably gonna need to save the game again. I'm gonna save it in every room now that I know there are turrets that can shoot me dead and make me do another cutscene. That is a long cutscene. You got anything in here? Yeah, we got stuff. PDA. Another one. Erica Boxer. Dear Erica, I was under the misapprehension that your request was just paranoia. Given the tests I've performed on the samples, well, its implications are frightening. I'll generally concur with your theory that some batches just went bad, but there's clearly more than just spoilage at work. You have to understand that when batches are spoiled, they're all spoiled, not just a few. Fungus, for instance, will spread through them, but there's a difference between the ones you've sent me. Some have been cultivated quite for the abilities they demonstrate. You know that the brassica sample is enhanced with a genetically enhanced form of PCP? I know because I tested the sample on my rats. The poor thing lashed out violently, had a seizure, and died. The precise name is a drug that is so popular for enhancing the abilities of remote viewers during the eugenics wars. Lab stuff, all designed and professional. The alarming part, owing to the genetic strains seen in the samples you sent for analysis, getting the implication that these were contaminants deliberately distributed to the staff and the patients. I don't know who would do such a thing, least of all in a long-haul lab, but I've sent a request to my superiors at the ministry to examine this further. On an informal note, look after yourself. You're always my best pupil, and I'm pleased you chose to confide in me. Apologize it's been taking so long to get back to you. So, looks like some of the stuff happening in the ship was perhaps intentional. Getting a Fallout Vault vibe, where the whole ship was the experiment, just not in the way they expected. Perhaps. That utter jerk. I cannot believe that asshole. What kind of a man dumps a girl on their anniversary? Well, that's true. Poor Danica is in hysterics. I swapped shifts on account of that prick. Sadie made it easy enough. She's a good friend to me. We were inseparable in nursing school till she branched out into botany. Looks like she's more suited to general medical research than patient care. That's fine, I don't mind. I like working with people over plants anyway. New walkway and hydroponics is a bonus too. Some of our boys like to stretch their limbs among the greenery. Who said that new departments were of no use? I know it's selfish, but I've had so much on my plate. I'm having to do a lot of overtime, and then ungrateful turds like Eric mean I've got more to deal with. My poor sister. Body of a 30-year-old, mind of a 16-year-old. Apparently she says being the pilot of a different ship is too much pressure. Apparently he says being the pilot is too much pressure on a relationship. As is that sweet co-pilot he recently acquired. Headed up to here with pilots. Are they never not chasing tail? Well, tonight should be okay, because I've got Danica coming around with some of the girls and a shipment of Martian champagne. The budget increase is a blessing and a curse. We've got more equipment for sure, but nowhere near enough space for it. If only the Groom Lake was one of those modular types, we might be able to get some room. Sadie and I are working our butts off in here. God bless Sadie. If it wasn't for her, I'd be an alcoholic by now. Danica's still not over her douchebag ex and calls me up crying most nights just to talk about him. Next time I see him, I'm gonna punch his lights out. I'll worry about Danica. She's depressed, not eating, sleeping. I might ask Gracia to book her in for an appointment. She needs a shrink. Work-wise, the regen tanks are working beautifully, but the increased demand means we're running short of chemical reagents, and the cell growth fluid is pretty much spent. Speaking of, it says new stuff Dr. Milan's unit had us using. It's technically the same as the last, but I'm sure it's composed of different stuff. Apparently it's 4 times as effective. It seems kind of unpredictable, actually. I've asked Dr. Harvey to request we switch back to the old one, which he has done twice. Why are they ignoring us? Huge crazy brawl in the mess hall today. All of the guys sweating and looking like they OD'd or something. There's a spike in violent assaults. I swear it had something to do with the new supplies came in. Ever since that new regen fluid, it looks like something's slightly off too, I'm sure of it. Diet, meds, gene samples, you name it. I spoke to Sadie and she also swears there's been tampering. The idea we've been ingesting bad food for a month scares the shit out of me. I'm gonna get my friend to analyze some samples. Okay, I should have read the email last. Till then, I'm locking my door at night. I'm not sure who I can trust. Sadie's been giving me strange looks too. I might actually change the lock. I don't care anymore, I just don't. I have to see Danica. She's with 2 others near the hangars and I'm stuck in med. 2 rifles taken from a Lonin bird and a laser scalpel. That's all we have here. Sadie keeps fighting me on this and making excuses. She's starting to piss me off. Has that idiot forgotten where we are? That the ship is now a freaking hunting ground and my sister's in the middle of it? I don't care if they come with me, I just have to see my sister. I saw her on the radio a day or so ago, so I know she's alive and hiding. Danica's better at me to hide and seek back home. It took hours to find her. Once Mom sent a search party for her and she was just hiding at the bottom of a garden, tucked inside a dirt hole where Dad was planting beets. She's hiding, she has to be. Sadie's causing me problems. If she won't come with me, I'll have to make her come along, whether she wants to or not. Oh, it got to everyone. Right, so we learned that the sample was professionally made and deliberately distributed to everyone on board the ship, and, you know, not with good intentions, likely.
I think I found the crew.
Are they also bloodied up, like the guy under the floor?
You could say that. I'm not sure how many people I'm looking at.
Me neither. I don't know.
Something from a eugenics war painting.
Try to push through, John. A few decks below, one step at a time.
What is he talking about? Some blood, but like that's we've seen a lot of that already. Sadie A. Callister. I thought becoming the new head med tech on this deck would actually improve things, but it's like being thrown into a lion's den. The lockdown a few months back was a pain, and these inventory discrepancies are the real problem. And yesterday things go haywire. First thing Erica does is call up her little sister to make sure she's okay. I guess I can understand that. I just wish, well, she'd ask me that sometimes too. Yesterday during the outage, I was locked in a storage room for 2 hours. But Danica's fine, of course, so for who cares about me? I was only trapped in a product storage room with only plant cultures and human limbs for company. Took a look at them anyway. It's part of my job, the plants, and I had to do something to keep my mind off things. Good specimens, except for a certain few. I can't for the life of me work out why samples this badly mutated would be permitted anywhere near the greenhouses. And they're recent too. God, what imbecile in shipping sent these to storage? Kane's hydroponics has the strictest quarantine requirements in the galaxy. Punishable by losing your damn job. Must be that new section a few floors down. They've got all sorts of fools on the payroll. You know, I usually like to spend time in greenhouses, but I swear something's gone funny with the new crops. Erica says I'm probably just imagining it, but I had a whole batch of brassica growth cultures thrown out the other day showing signs of what looked like Dutch elm disease. How's that possible? I'm going to submit a report. How am I going to explain to Dr. Milan and the board that we have mutant cultures in storage and good crops with extinct diseases is another matter. Erica's lost her damn mind, and I'm scared out of mine. She dragged us on a fool's errand across the whole ship to look for Danica. I tried to tell her how I saw one of those things wearing Danica's face the other morning. It made me want to puke just thinking about it, like a deflated balloon as it scuttled up the walls. I swear Ingracia's fried it with a bolt, but we can't be sure. He's a psychiatrist, not a soldier. Then again, are any of us? Erica seems to think we're in the Marine Corps, waving around the rifle with a crazy look in her eye and threatening to kill anyone who disagrees with her. Erica, I told you you're a nurse. God, I barely recognize her anymore. What happened to my best friend? What happened to that girl from Stokely, Mississippi? I don't know who Erica Boxer is anymore. She died this morning. My friend's gone. One of those things tore her spine out of her body right before my eyes. I must be one of the last ones left. Not that I've got long. I'm infected with something. I can feel it. I checked out the hydro lab this morning. It's a wreck. I could have told them, anyone could have told them, that trying to breed a new fungus would kill the old one, would be disastrous. The rest of it won't budge. Tried tearing it away with the scalpel like Erica gave me, but it did nothing. What doesn't kill it really does make it stronger. I'm going back to retrieve Erica's remains. I know she died a crazy woman, but she was still my friend. Still love her. Data tags. That one we've read already. They removed them to be immune from security. Which one's first? They go bottom, top, or top, bottom? Probably this one. Dr. Milan, allow me to apologize you for mailing you directly. Sorry about DMing you this, but this is a red emergency. I've taken further inspections beyond certain samples, and I see a majority of our inventory has been tampered with. There are signs that it begun some time ago. Some materials are just spoiled, but a large quantity have been illegally modded, and I'm not sure who the new suppliers are, but the inventory does not match the chemical manifest. I'm aware this is a shipping concern rather than a hydro one, but Project Seed is based around cultivating hyper-nutritious plants in unusual conditions. With the stock we have right now, there's no limit to the number of illegal or mutated nutrients going into our plants. I advise shipping and medical begins more thorough inspections on our cargo. I suspect these problems go back for months, though I have no evidence to prove that. Please recommend immediate termination of supply runs and decontamination of irrigation pipes until this is resolved. Best regards, Sadie Callister. From the two girls between the PDAs. Sadie, I love you very much, but if you lost your damn mind, the samples are restricted. What if Dr. Milan finds you've brought them out from the storage bays? It's not only your job you'll be losing. I'll do what you ask, but only because you've never been wrong before, though I pray to God you are this time. Of Erica. That's some pretty weak encryption. Even I could decode it. Turns out they were simply using a language known as English.
Serotonergic receptors are present in your principal vascular system.
Yo. What am I, a humanologist? What is all this stuff? Paint room? Let's do a little brief look around and then we'll go in detail later. Oh, force field. I can just look through it. Interesting. It's something, couple things in there. I could take a suit. Never mind, I can take an oxygen cylinder.
Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at CAN security employees will not be tolerated.
No profanity. Y'all watch your goddamn mouths, alright? You can go to reception too. There's a lot of stuff in here. Reception desk.
They grafted their eyes and tore through my skin. Oh, never ever, never again. They came for our mothers and then for our kin.
Hey, that's me.
Eating my sin, changing God's work.
Alright. They're detecting my tag and they're locking me out of the security door.
Never again.
Assume I can't really do anything in the elevator. Alright. Back this way.
Back. It's been cut open.
Of course! They must have manually removed the PDTs. That's why the security system.
Now it's my turn.
Bodies. The bodies in the crew quarters. They were skinned. Creatures were using the PDTs to move through secure areas.
What's going on?
So for me to get to the lower decks,
You have to remove your tag.
remove?
Perhaps electric shock. No, that wouldn't work. John? This is the only surefire way.
What are you saying?
The surgery pod should already be programmed to remove it.
It didn't work out so well for this poor woman.
It's the only way, unless you space jump between decks.
This is
I could space jump between decks.
Prep the pod.
There's an environmental suit in there that probably works in space. Here's the oxygen tank storage. We can fill that up.
I don't think this will fit.
Why? He just fumbled it and dropped it on the floor? Extracted PDT. I'll be taking that, I guess. A new year for the chief surgeon, and a new year for the staff of the med deck. I have to think of it that way or it gets confusing. The staff of the deck now consists of 3 extra sections: cybernetics, tissue regeneration, and for some reason, medicinal hydroponics. Yes, it may be medicinal, but as I told Dr. Milan, they're still plants. I don't want to seem ungrateful. If it is Kane Corp who opened up so many new doorways for me, and who redefined the frontiers of medicine for us all. As a man who served his apprenticeship on the battlefields, elbow deep in the blood of innocents, to see these deserts and war-torn villages reborn as images of Nirvana is a privilege. It's all thanks to the sciences of Cain. It's hard to understand why on this ship so many departments are being forced to share resources like this. I hear our budget's up for review soon, and the chances of us getting an increase are slim. I have to stay positive. My goodness, a 300% budget increase. I've not yet been able to imagine how helpful this windfall will be. Dr. Milan assured us a sizable portion is going to Project Seed. Makes our work more essential. We'll order new equipment and samples, though I don't agree with the ethics of Dr. Milan's acquisition of volunteers for surgery and testing. The leaps and bounds we've made in our research more make up for the rest of it. Is it wrong that we must test the limits of mortality for the greater good? Morality, probably is what that said. I'm a surgeon who's seen many awful things in the Pangea Wars. Those happened a long time ago, so perhaps this should be second nature to me, but I don't recall agreeing to the use of children for testing. I went to inspect the stasis tubes at the request of the nurse and found that there were several as young as 9 awaiting processing. I was shocked and appalled and demanded an explanation from Dr. Milan. Edward Jenner had to test vaccines on them to see if they would work, he said. I knew the story. Well, medical does not. Jenner injected infected purulent stuff into the child's arm, which may have seemed callous disregard for his life, and yet it saved the boy. That is how he convinced me. We are at the frontier of the sciences. Chances must be taken. I don't always feel comfortable with his choices, but the logic is sound. The research is too valuable for us to let a few moral qualms get in our way. I fear my decision to become a surgeon with Cain is not quite as simple as I thought. The first casualties of the infection spreading came to my lab where we had to set up a quarantine room. I had to get hands-on with a patient for the first time in years. All the blood flow and the cutting of tissue with my tools. Ugh. God forgive me, but I enjoyed it. It's impossible to explain the adrenaline rush from playing God in such a way, having the lives on the verge of death in your hands. I felt it on the battlefields and I feel it now. It's not the beauty of birth that moves me, it seems, but the stench of death. I thought I joined Cave to save my soul. Instead, it's to slake the thirst of the beast in me, whose jaws slaver at the scent of blood. I'm ashamed. How could I not have seen it? These awful life forms are disguising themselves as us, inside us. They wear our skins and our PDTs, which explains why security doesn't detect them. If I didn't already know where they came from, they would be perhaps less frightening. But they've learned. The vile abominations. What a word that is. It summarizes what we have created in our hubris. We've created evil. God help us. Analysis report. Dr. Milan recalibrated his guidelines for subjects in Project Seed. Specifically the requirements for females who've been previously pregnant. They ideally would have been screened, but the precise source is not important since the project has a high chance of a non-fatal reaction. Members of staff will be eligible, and the ideal subject is blood type O. I'm probably gonna have to find someone with this for plot reasons. Blood type O between 5'5" and 6 foot. They still use Imperial in space. That's a real abomination. What the hell? Free of genetic defects, 18 to 40. Recently pregnant within a year. For Ganon and Ant. To Dr. Milan. Regarding the nurse. We've disagreed often, but never so much more now. I'm aware Miss Callister does not work in surgery and that Chief Nurse Boxer has seniority and rank. However, Callister's been one of the most extraordinary organizational minds I've ever worked with. Product storage areas are clean and indexed. I have to challenge your demand that I remove her from her position because of these false reports she's been sending you about supply anomalies. I have no doubt that your claims of her illicitly taking samples is also only an accusation. She's a fine worker and reports only what she feels is right. I'll be taking no action against her. You're in charge of the project, but you must allow me to choose my own staff at my discretion. Very well. Do we need anesthetics? Cryopreservations? Oxygen? Organics? Yeah. Do we really need all that stuff? Well, we've got a different PDT, so we could perhaps go into the other area. Perhaps. Perhaps not. There we go. Elizabeth Swanson. Oh. That didn't really fix anything. Can I open the door too? No. Come on. We were so close. Shoot it with the empty gun. Put oxygen into the room to equalize the pressure to open the door. Pull it open with the cables. Sigh. This force field's open.
Survivor.
Is someone alive?
Not exactly. He's in stasis.
It can be dangerous to wake someone from stasis without the proper procedures being followed.
So who the hell woke me?
Get him, John. You need to
What?
think about the mission.
You really dodged that question. Forget about him, John. Forget about him. Oh no, he's been split in half. Alright. I hope I don't need to, you know this stuff. Oh no, it appears he is ahead. Is that an I-11 in there? Let me just reach in the screen and take that. Okay, what does it say? Broken stasis terminal. Something's broken within. So if I get a new... yeah, I don't know. Torn apart door. Free legs?
Another body.
Give me... Burke Carter. Be still my beating heart. I saw the most divine creature in hydroponics. He'd better be talking about like a cat or something, otherwise I don't know if I want to read this. She's friends with that nurse Erica. Erica gives me the evil eye, but Sadie's a divine thing. She never sees me though, I'm not trained med staff. Soldiers at the recovery room give me funny looks at them at the window trying to get her attention. Maybe I'll offer to buy a drink tomorrow, or maybe the day after, because I got a double shift. I may not be a soldier, but I think I have the right to call myself a man of courage. What's with the shutdown? Jesus, 9 days now. I've been trying to get through to the surgical pods for a week. I gave up going to hydroponics to see Sadie after they started restricting access to unnecessary personnel. So now I just hang around product storage by the vending machines, hoping to see her. Every time someone sees me at the vending machine, I have to buy a soda to fit in, and now I fear that I've been drinking like 7,000 calories a day. Reading this book by Arian Sanchez. It's about the eugenics wars. It's amazing what we were allowed to do. That we are allowed to do what we do in the group. Like, what with all what happened after those years back. I have to hide the book though. Dr. Milan saw me reading it in the rec room and he went apeshit. Threatened to burn the book and fire my ass, so it stays under the pillow, and I sure as hell don't take it on my rounds. Instead, I bring a different one. I love the author, he's incredible. I wish he had the balls to be in the Marines rather than engineering. I'd love to be like him. Rations arrived today. No one's impressed. It's all emergency shit, so it's hardly gourmet. But man, I wasn't expecting much, but this is seriously bad. Because the food's short, people are going bug fuck. Lotus punched Malone, broke the poor bastard's nose. Seems having trouble keeping everyone's fists off each other. I keep asking why we can't just raid hydroponics, but they keep shouting me down, especially Sadie. She looks pissed when she sees me, but nowhere near as pissed as when she looks at Dr. Milan and the other doctor. She must despise me. Why didn't I just ask her out before? Because you're a coward, Burke. Dirty, stinking coward. Power's out again. I'm scared. I can barely breathe. Those rumors of animals prowling around medical. Not rumors. Saw one guy ripped apart. Couldn't make it out too well. Pale skin tails, I think. They move around like packs of dogs and they're strong. People are scared and hungry. I keep a small food stash in my quarters. I didn't tell Steve about it. I feel ashamed for keeping it to myself, but people are going crazy, man. I think it might be against regulation to hoard food. Miglietta might kill me if she knew I had rations hidden. Come on, the guy's nuts. He practically strangled me the other day. Carswell had to restrain him. Body still friggin' kills from the operation earlier. Steve was nominated to reprogram the security turrets, and the guy went and did it. He's a hero, not like me. Now I'm not just a coward, I'm a murderer. I used those poor bastards in Stasis to keep these things from getting to me. I just unlocked the Stasis units and began the recovery process, so when they staggered out of those deep freezers, those things were waiting for them. I found a product storage room no one was using and I locked myself in. When the breach was reported, I heard the screams and I pissed myself. Is that any way for a real man to behave? As I ran, I saw Sadie cradling her friend's body in the corridor. The worst part is it never occurred to me to stop. I just hoped they'd buy me the time I needed to find a hiding spot. That's who Burke Carter was. Whoever finds this, and I know you will, he was a coward. I just hope the computer parts in this PDA come into handy for whoever reads this, just in case there's a broken monitor with the survivor in it. Indeed, indeed. I'll take those. If I can figure out how. Stasis pod chip. I'll be taking that. Anything else in the red room? No. Alright. One stasis pod chip. I see. Those other screens were useful. We have to learn. Alright. The head needs some organic compound. It looks like that. This is not the organic compound that the head received. In fact, none of them were. Or are we saying that's a good thing because... well, no, I guess they revived the guy properly. This guy's upper chest received a double hexagonal looking one. Which I think is up here, and that's not looking right either. Do I just have to pick the right one? This guy's body part got something with a 6 in it. I think. I don't know if I can even see that on this terminal. This is like, how many doses of chemical do you want to give to the legs? Oh. I see. Okay. Well, do I have to find 6 terminals? I suppose so. It's not like there's a do nothing option. Very well. Let's retrace our steps. Does this one have like a... No. Okay, so the head needs 4 units of that. There we go. And we'll just leave that alone and see if it is saved. Yes. The torso needs 1 unit of chemical 3. Why, thank you. That looks like chemical 3. Now, the something needs 3 units of chemical 3. If I look what chemical 3 looks like, maybe I can identify where it belongs based on that, I guess. Remind me what it looked like? 1 hexagon with some bug eyes at the top. It's not that one, it's not... that's it. Alright, let's revert these back to their default states. We've got 3 of 6 done. I should probably not like kill the guy, so I'm gonna see if I can find some more screens, I suppose. You got a Stasis for Dummies book in the storage room. Surely they had like 1 intern that they hung that up for. Can I turn the page? No. This is the only Stasis room, isn't there? Okay, I assume it's gonna be like, no, don't do that. If I try it, and it's not the correct combination. But, it could just, like, kill the guy. If it kills the guy, I'll load the save. Yeah. It's like, don't do that, idiot. I know the correct setting, but I need you to input it for me. Right. Cannot get into the bed because he does not want to. I've already read this. Oh. Free empty stasis fluid container. Alright. I need to fill that up with stasis fluid. I guess I need to wake this guy up so I can get his juice. I suppose. Hmm. Hmm. All right. So what happens when we try this? So the thing tries to grab it and it just kind of falls. Do you have to like move the oxygen into the stasis container and then no?
I don't know what I was thinking there.
Tie some rope around it so it can grip better.
No, that won't work.
Yeah.
Medtech surgical pot is not properly prepared for the selected program.
Organic receptacle. Maybe we can.
Ridiculous.
Maybe it'll fit inside the chamber.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous, eh?
Maybe. No.
I need a red tank and a green tank. Hmm.
I don't know what I was thinking there.
Right.
It doesn't work like that.
Okay. Let's go looking around. I don't expect this is gonna work on any of these. I assume I gotta wake the guy up.
I don't think that'll work. It doesn't work like that. No. Crazy.
Absurd. Insane. Who would ever think of this? Hmm.
Are you expecting a beautiful, bouncy baby boy or girl? Speak to your nearest administrator for details on our enrollment tots program. You could win an all-expenses paid vacation to Titan. Competition is sponsored by the CT. Kane Corporation, the last truly great company, wants to thank all employees for their dedicated service. It is proper to uplift this.
Hmm. Oh. Free blood and tissue. Yo. Yes. Who cares what the blood type is? It's all the blood types. Just put them in.
The organic matter receptacle requires refined biological.
Refined? Excuse me, this came from real humans. Probably.
The organic matter receptacle requires refined biological tissue.
Should I just like chop it up some more, or? Anyone got like a knife? What? I was just kidding. I didn't mean it. He just takes the empty gun and starts mashing. Just use your hands at this point. Like what?
Medtech surgical
Okay.
not properly prepared for the selected program.
Damn. We still need to wake the guy up. Well, well, well. Cryo tank. Cryopreservation. So we need something cold, yes? Something nice and cold. Maybe. Maybe they're in the environmental suits, although that would probably not be very good to have in an environmental suit. Maybe it's in here.
Probably not a good idea.
Maybe we have to go back all the way. Is Juca Cola an adequate replacement for stasis fluid? You don't know. You want to tell me what the real composition of stasis fluid is to to prove me wrong? Let's try it.
No. Crazy.
He's not a licensed medical professional. Maybe he just doesn't know either. Did you guys know that they use nuclear reactor coolant in Subway's buns? Unbelievable. The sinister chemical goes by the name dihydrogen monoxide. Did you know that if you put that same chemical around a solid metal chain, it would destroy the chain over time? And you're putting this in your body? Unbelievable. Feeling a little stuck. Get out of there. Boy, get out of there. Get out. I've gone back to the start. And still no cryo fluid to my name. It still makes sense to me that you gotta get it out of the chamber once you wake up the guy. But I don't know how to wake up the guy because I only have 3 of the 6 injection instructions. I kind of figured like the other 3 might be on the other side of the door. But I need to get the PDA to get through the door. And I need to get the juice to get the PDA out so I can get through the door. Which means that we are at quite the quandary. You're certain there's no, like, page 2 of each of these monitors? Or, like, some way of deducing what it can't be? Like, oh, you need to have chemicals, like, you can't have a duplicate chemical 3, or, like, you can only have... You can't have, like, a duplicate injection level, or something like that. Oops. I think this was 3. Which ones did I do? I did the upper chest, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options for each one. Some only have 3 options. This one has 5 options. This isn't really telling me anything. I don't know. Does it tell me what's wrong? Alright. really. Does it tell me that something is wrong with the leg if I... Because we got like some orange highlights. Doesn't seem to want to tell me if I pick the right one just via the highlights though. We'll get through all the combinations, don't worry. I don't really have any other ideas, so... Heh. Can I just bash his door open and collect his juice at the cost of his life? No. What do you mean, no? I don't know. Cryogenic storage experts?
No, it's one.
Eh. Oh, wait. He's got a little note on his thing. 4 doses of whatever this is. I don't know where it's applied, though. I could probably remember this. It's like a square. CNH, 4 doses. Let's see if you can find that somewhere. That's a shame. I don't think I saw it. Oh, that's probably it. Yeah, I just didn't see the last 2 lines. Well, that it could be chemical 4 or like 4 doses of it, or it's both. Let's check some other stasis. I mean, let's check some other PDAs. Double check this one again, make sure there's no other numbers. Yeah, I see. I saw that line there at the top, and I thought, oh, you just can't draw. I get it. Although maybe in the lower corner, what I thought was a V is actually like a 2, but I'm still gonna... It's got a 3 that's scribbled out. Yeah, we'll try 4. Then we'll try 2, and then we'll try 3. We'll just try everything. Well. 2 to go. Here's something. 1 dose of chemical 5. Which has a lot of, get me out of here. I can recognize that one. It's not this one, so it must be this one. Alright, well, I'm gonna see if I can find the last one. But if not, we might have enough completed to just deduce the last one by trial and error. It would not be this one. Ah. could try the terminal here.
Kane Corporation, the last truly great company.
Shut the hell up, Kane Corporation. I've had about enough of you. It's not just like written on a piece of paper, is it? On one of the controls? That would be really funny. It was just staring me in the face the whole time. Alright. Who else is there around here? Anyone? Instincts lead me down here. Wrong again, instincts. Alright, let's just try some stuff rapid fire. The last, there's only 3 here, right? So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, what? Damn. They've got a short list of options, which kind of make me think you are supposed to deduce this one. However, they're all wrong options. So which one did we get wrong? I think this one is pretty good. This one... It's definitely this chemical, yeah. I take one more look, but like, no way it's not that chemical. I'll just try 2 doses, I guess. Or 4, I mean, or 3. What? Oh, let's count. Okay. Now let's try 3. Come on, my guy. Did we try 2? Yeah. Tried 4. What the hell, man? I didn't get something earlier wrong, did I? This is ahead. Needs 4. 2 and 4. That's correct. Here's the upper chest. Needs 3 and 1. Upper chest is 3 and 1. Here's a mystery part. 3 and 3. It's like... Give me another look. Okay. And we got 3 of those. Is the right formula? Well, well. What could it be? One dose of 5. Three doses of 5. Who the hell programmed? Who did this? Well, wow. All right. What did we think? We figured it was 4. Alright, let's try again. Yeah, there. Whoosh. Yo, how's it going, my man? Can I interest you in this empty gun as a peace offering? Blep. Oh no. I put the wrong chemical in him. Yeah, I just scared. I was scared.
Survivor. He didn't make it. I think I killed him.
I don't think I killed him. I don't know if I did something.
Was dead the minute they froze him.
No, I needed it for something else.
Easier. Simpler.
Yeah.
I just killed a man, Tia.
You need to move before you become another dead body.
It's not my fault he was addicted to stasis fluid and he couldn't live without it.
You have no idea how much mercy I have. I've been in hell. Made choices that got people killed.
At least you're not the one wandering around all over the ship with his bare ass sticking out.
I'm sorry. I need you, John.
Alright, now for our rewards. I hope he didn't, like, pee in there or anything. Time for surgery. POV, you go to your wisdom tooth surgery, the doctor's like, okay, just get it all set up. I'll be waiting in the back. Let me know when it's all set up. Alright, excuse me, ma'am. Mom says it's my turn on the surgery bed. Thump.
You're going to have to be awake for this.
You're not helping.
Sorry. Okay. Just shit. Even be careful doesn't cover it.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. It's not like the power's gonna cut out in the middle of surgery.
Shit, John. Why would you even say that?
I'm about to cut
I hope my
myself.
grand piano doesn't fall on me while I'm in the surgery room.
I'll be monitoring.
I hope no one gives me $1 billion while I'm undergoing surgery. Oh, no, I didn't just jinx it, did I? Alright, give me the surgery minigame. Time for the surgery minigame.
Greetings, John and Rapture. I am Robin, the automated surgical med pod.
Hey, Robin.
Physician will explain the procedure to you and offer you an opportunity to ask
The surgery is a skill-based, FPS game.
know if you are uncomfortable so that you may be given medication and or other treatment. The brain placement begins. Warning, subject is not correctly prepared.
Is this my cue? I accept all the terms and conditions. What? Am I just supposed to click them all? That's the laser scalpel button. Alright, now pull them apart. Yeah, juice me up. I don't want to feel this. Alright, looks like things are going fine. Yeah, now just pull it out. Yeah, it's okay. Just pull it out. Oh yeah, pull out these ones. All of them, please. Which one's next? This one? Thinking this one next. Thinking this one next. It's gonna be one of them. This is like the self-checkout at the grocery store, but instead... Do you know? This is how we fix the medical system, people. Just, let the patients go through an interactive tutorial, and then... I'll better. Just weld me back up. Alright. I accidentally stapled my jacket to my skin in a few parts, but... As far as surgery goes otherwise, it's pretty good. I thought I saw a dude crawling over to my bed in that earlier one, so well, I guess we'll see what comes out of that. Oh yeah, there he is. He's just having lunch, I guess.
Rebecca. No. Rebecca. Run.
They didn't even use any of the supplies on me.
Rebecca.
I thought the anesthesia was a little light. Turns out they just didn't use any.
I'm here.
I've been trying to contact you. I couldn't hear anything. I thought the worst.
How long was I out?
2 hours.
Oh, better.
Alive. Mostly.
I'm good.
Fuck, my back is sore.
3 decks and you'll see your daughter. Focus on that. You should have enough drugs running through you to keep going for a few more hours.
Drugs. I've never been a fan. But these are definitely the good ones.
Oh boy. No more running. Still not sure to get through here. That never really fixed my problem, did it? Yeah, what? The only other way out of this deck is the tram line thing that I came in on, right? You can do it, John.
This isn't gonna work.
Right.
It doesn't work like that.
What does work, John? You tell me. You tell me that. What does work, John? I got the force field off. That was the point of the PDA on the chair was. So it's not like this is an unfinished puzzle necessarily. Maybe I do just have to... Oh wait, elevator. We could try that. Could try that. Even though it looks like the panel's been ripped out of the wall. Never mind. All good. He's taking me to the next testing room.
A biological quarantine has
The
been
next
initiated.
Portal 2 testing room is what I mean.
Level 2. Kitchen knife and snowflake are off limits.
these dang plants. Getting in the elevator.
Perfect.
Where are you, John? Without the PDT, I can't track a shit.
It's literally in my pocket.
Hydroponics. Or what's left of hydroponics. The shaft's covered in growth. I'm not going anywhere.
Wait, let me check the blueprints. Yes, hydroponics has a service elevator.
Affirmative.
Keep me in the loop.
Well, well. We'll be eating celery tonight, boys. Two directions. 3 directions. Maybe.
This is ridiculous. How did it grow this wild in a few months?
Vaporizer pad.
These plants can't naturally develop this fast.
Kane developed the technology to accelerate plant growth. Oxygen is big business.
The vaporizer turns things into a different molecular state. And that's all we need to know.
Vaporizer chamber compromised. Chamber is not airtight.
Makes sense. If we need things to be transformed into a different state of matter, I'll know where to go. After I put some flex tape on that puncture. Dr. Gray. Finally. More room for a different plant strain, which I've been working on so hard. Days like this, humanity truly proves why it crawled out of the ocean before any other. My section's been expanded, I have more staff, but they are drones and have little other function. Now we can expand the research potential of Project Kitchen Knife and see what else plants can yield. Oxygen production rate is quite unlike anything my initial projections predicted. Last year, it became the worst kept secret on the ship, and all of a sudden I had more interns than I could employ. Their only function is to stumble around and ask questions that I have little time to answer. If only our world was more like that of the insects. I have plenty of workers, but none of the unwavering loyalty. Bees work, and their faith in their queen is unquestioning. The kind of loyalty is beyond price. These interns of mine have their uses, I suppose. We always need volunteers willing to get close to the queen. I'm surrounded by incompetence. One of the interns got too close to the queen and she showed him her affection. Quite amusing, though not to him. This means I must attend another accident debriefing with the board, though. Dr. Milan does love to test me. I see him up on the hearing bench and he grins at me in that supercilious look that he's perfected over the years. I suppose I'll have him to thank for my current position, though. It's his recommendation to the board that made them hire me. Still, I believe he's come to enjoy these little power plays, just to keep me under his heel. That, my dear doctor, is only a temporary situation. Once this project is complete, the chess games we play so often will not be our only battleground. Regarding this project, some of the bug eggs failed to hatch properly. I suspect this is why the queen was more aggressive than usual. There are more than enough drones to continue collecting. Their unique chemical properties are doing wonders for the plants, though I'm running short of interns prepared to work in close proximity since the last incident. Worker I appreciate most is Akiza. I was astonished to discover she's related to the legendary Dr. Ten Shu of the eugenics wars. I considered mentioning that to her, but I think she's ashamed to have him as her ancestor. If it wasn't for men like him, our profession would be a hollow shell of what it is now. Then again, if it wasn't for him, genetic research wouldn't have been put back by several generations now, would it? Kanjis we face as men of science. Insects are restless, they rumble in their apiaries and are more aggressive than usual. My deduction is that the presence of these marine thugs aboard the ship are the cause. Armed guards all over the place. Hi, Tumblers. I was stopped the other day and asked my reasons for going into hydro. Well, after explaining I'm the head of the damn project, I had the guard removed from his post, and then the ship straight out the airlock. This is insanity. How am I supposed to progress with these thugs around? I recall complaining to about the inundation of interns. If only they were still here now. Both Ivan and Theodore disappeared from their rooms last night, and I had to speak to security about their whereabouts. They were Akaza's assistants, and now the production of the Queen's Royal Jelly has slowed exponentially. Stop poking me. You want to eat right now, but it is still 1 hour before it is food time. I have caught on to your little tricks, big boy Tumbus. Right. The slowing of jelly has been a huge blow, but rather extraordinary anomaly has appeared in our growth pods. A hitherto undiscovered strain of fungus among us. Its origin of something of a mystery to me. What are you doing? I need to read the story. These fungal growths fascinate. At first I thought it was a common garden variety mold, but after a substantial analysis performed by Akaza, it seems to harbor neuron activity. That is to say, it seems to exhibit rudimentary signs of intelligence. You've certainly created some unusual species on this deck, but the idea of a quasi-intelligent fungus growing and evolving on its own volition is exciting and, quite frankly, frightening. I've asked Akaza and the remains of her team to cultivate it, but exhibit caution where it's spread. It was asked by Dr. Milan's assistant if the substance growing in the bowels of the ship has anything to do with us. I lied, of course, but this is becoming more alarming. At first our experiments flourished. We might have lost more staff recently, but our experiments are becoming very fruitful indeed. Confidently, the properties of this fungus are extraordinary and terrifying. It has a remarkable ability to take control of a subject's central nervous system and hypothalamus, as observed in the monkey we used for testing. It shrieked and thrashed in rage for the few days after it was exposed, then it became quiet, observant, and uncannily intelligent. Certainly aggressive, but then again, which viruses aren't? No, we've lost control of the deck. Eden now truly belongs to these beasts. We've seen some strange things. I watched as the fungus took control of the deck as it spread through the staff, and much to my shame, I watched their deaths and examined their bodies. Nobody can cross the pods because the bugs are so aggressive that once Solomon went through in a rad suit, they ripped it from his body and stung him to death. It took moments. So I live in the hope that the insects remember me, their creator, and perhaps see me as one of their own. I'm afraid that they're bugs. Dr. Gray, I don't want to seem unprofessional, but I ask that you do not press me on the subject of my ancestry any further. I was nearly refused entry to med school on the basis of my family background. The torment I suffered at the hands of my peers regarding my great-great-uncle were unbearable. I'm aware of his actions, and I've seen countless photographs and documents of the consequences of his work. I took this decision to change our world for the better, not to be reminded of the skeletons in my family closet. I've enjoyed our working relationship thus far, Dr. Gray, but I prefer my family history not be a topic of our conversations. Thank you for understanding, Akaza. Dr. Gray, I enjoyed our meal yesterday. It's refreshing to hear a man so outspoken on the ship. I appreciate your candor, and I agree it's perhaps time the board was shaken up a little. Though this is merely an observation rather than an action plan, I think the top leaders need some blue blood. I'd second you if you decided to take on the challenge yourself. Your impeccable scientific pedigree more than qualifies you. By the way, did you know where they were keeping that new cargo? Seems like a waste of resources if they don't even tell us where it is. Guides, other doctor. Alright. Get anything else going here? Locked door that appears to be locked. Understood. Alright, we're in the bug room. O2 collection tank. I guess we're dispersing it into the room. Oh no, bugs love oxygen. How could they be so stupid? I got a bug skin. Alright. So is that just because I walked over here and there are bugs over here, or is it because, like, I vented oxygen into the room? Alright, well, now we know. We're gonna need a lead suit, or maybe a harder substance, a ceramic suit. No, we're not going there this time. Oh, yeah, this is a way better place. It's the queen bee, I guess.
Some sort of insect.
Keep your distance.
It's tied up. Doesn't look like it can get loose.
They're milking it. Ew.
What is it?
Oh, he's happy. Milk sack. Hardened amber. If we want some of that.
I don't know what I was thinking there.
Yeah, you're only supposed to use a gun on mushy organic remains to soften them up. Activate suction pumps. Suck them up. Suck them up. Slurp them. Milk collection pad. I got the bee milk. No, do it again. Oh. Alright, well the bee has been getting more aggressive. Do it, get him again. Suck him again. That's what happens when you double cross. That's what This is what happens when you get on my bad side. Akas's log. I could not be any happier. Dr. Gray took me to the side and told me I was the only person who had the skill and ability to control the nursery. He promoted me and said I now responsible for the queen. Royal jelly is useful. I discovered that not only is it a nutrient for the insects, but it also has amazing properties. It accelerates molecular bonding, acting as a thickener for natural substances while regenerating their natural properties. With some engineering, we could turn this into a medical breakthrough. I imagine doctors in hospital wards on Earth using our bonding agent to heal wounds instantly. Perhaps finally the Tenshu name will be revered in medical history instead of reviled. Queen is temperamental, a fiery lady to be sure. Ah, but Queenie, you forget I grew up in a family with more than one fire-breathing dragon. I can handle my mother, I can handle you. Though when she's milked, she's docile. I dare say she's rather attached to me. I'm sure I heard her purring at me. That's the only way I could describe it. Or she's a bug, but it sounded like approval. My parents kept hives of bees, so I've never been squeamish over insects, and I can tell the difference between aggression and favor. Still the only person to get close without being bitten, and her bite'll leave one hell of a mark, let me tell you. Hodgkin says he'll report the side effects upon his return from sick leave. In other news, one of Dr. Gray's subordinates requested samples of the jelly for experiments with the tree resins. He thinks it might have use as an adhesive. This is a little away from my original intention, but I suppose it's a start. I try so hard to be positive. The only person whose enthusiasm never flags nor fails. When you hear rumors that appalled you to your core, I try to shrug it off. Recently, it's become harder to deny it. I've been hearing sounds from the elevator shafts, the sounds of wailing infant crying out before being silenced. That's no rumor. I sometimes lay awake at night and I can hear the crying. I can't be dreaming. I saw Gracia to confess my fears and he gave me a prescription to help me sleep, but something in his eyes said he knew I was hearing something real. And worse, he was hearing the same too. More rumors. Dr. Milan is using children in his research. I have to ignore it. If it were true, Kane would remove him immediately, surely. Even Dr. Gray appears to find it an uncomfortable subject for discussion. And this is a man who slept easily when Isaac got his left cheek torn off by the Queen. Dr. Gray is short of staff again. Once again, I'm being forced to manage multiple projects. Only this time, an examination of an acutely destructive new spore that seems to have infected quite a few pods. First observation, it's a parasite that grows faster than a common weed, and like a common weed, I fear it should be destroyed. But now I know Dr. Gray would not do it. He, like many of the other senior doctors, sees that any new species is something to be exploited or weaponized. In the darkness, something stirs. I can't say what, I'm too afraid to find out what it is. When Ivan and Theo disappeared a month back, we assumed they had just deserted. That was the official stance taken by Dr. Milan and the board anyway. Last night's events proved there's something on board with us, but God knows where that's from. Queen was more rambunctious than I'd seen her ever before, and milking her was a bigger challenge than I was used to. Edmund was assisting. We're short on staff, and some of our volunteers are refusing to show up for work. Her environment has been disturbed a great deal, and so her violent tendencies are more pronounced. Edmund was on his way out of Hydra when it happened. Something pulled him into the air ducts. I didn't see much. I saw him walking towards the decontamination chamber, and the next his legs were kicking around in the air. Whatever it was dragged him up and into the ceiling, while he squealed like a pig. I'm resigning tomorrow. I did not sign up for mad science. I came to Kane to serve humanity and to clear my family's name, not watch crewmates be slaughtered by some species Dr. Milan refuses to confirm or deny. If only I resigned when I said I would, and if only they hadn't ignored my demands to have the infernal fungus destroyed. It's growing on me now, over my skin, burrowing into my flesh. Insects attack again today, and it only seems to worsen. Dr. Gray was destroyed by a swarm of them, and now he's only fertilizer for that mold he was curious about. The uninfected are making an attempt to escape. This doesn't include me. The emergency flares keep the bugs back. I told them to give me the flare to hold them so they could get away. I hope they escape soon. This fungus is making my head feel funny. I'm sure I can feel it growing through my ear canal. Icky. Foolish pranks. Akiza, with the greatest respect, could you stop the ridiculous pranks your groups insist on carrying out in the fertilization chambers? I'll admit that they're hardly dangerous, but they're undignified. I would not want to be present when the Kane inspector stumbles across young Theo racing in front of the Queen, hands above his head while shouting, "I'm covered in bees!" It's unprofessional. Please instruct them to cease their foolishness at once. Akiza, don't worry, I don't think you're losing your mind. Ghosts are a possibility. Yeah, it could be ghosts. But I suspect what you're hearing is perhaps the sound of devices playing in other parts of the ship. I think at the moment the corporeal world and spirit world are divided. So try to calm yourself. If you would like, I can talk to someone in cargo about the sounds, but I wouldn't worry about it. Silence full of noises, but pay them no mind. For once I'm quoting Shakespeare, not the Bible. Get some sleep and maybe do fewer night shifts. Alright, I'm gonna walk up to this bee. We'll see what the bee's mood is, and then we'll touch it. Bee is happy. Let's give him a pat. Happy bee, right? I think. I was told the bee was happy. What is that? It's a pincer. Can I go 2 for 2? No. That time I just got eaten. Just imagining to be like one of those annoying restaurant personalities, like, oh, usually I only stick to nectar. I really shouldn't, but oh, okay, just this once, I'll treat myself. And then she like vores him up in one gulp.
Tied up. How big is it?
Alright. We know the motions. We can maybe scrape the amber off with the pincer too. She wants to suck. Alright, now we wait a little bit longer. Just to be safe.
That was too close.
Alright, pick this up. Use this on this. See, we know what to do. Pierced amber. Let's just pick that up with our bare hands. Put it in our pockets. Now what? We could use the tree sap to cover up the hole in the thing.
I don't think this will fit.
Oh, I had it all figured out, and then we were gonna vaporize the bee juice, and then we were gonna spread it in the bug room to make them happy, and then we were gonna sneak through the bug room. I had it. Wait, did I use it on the pad instead of the glass?
That'll just break it.
Oh, damn.
I think that'll just break it.
All right. Well,
That's just crazy.
I still need to cover up the hole.
Vaporizer chamber compromised. Chamber is not airtight.
Coat it. Coat my data tag. Tree sap to add a little more structure.
No, that won't work.
No? Have you even tried it? Alright, let's look for some sort of material we can coat in tree sap, like a leaf. Oh, the pincer's gone. Alright. Milk cables. The milk goes into the tree where it is being used to make tree sap. Wonder how one would get up there. Up the collapsed... I guess you can't really go up the collapsed bridge. Let's do a little bit of game saving. If we don't make a breakthrough here, I'll probably call it a stream. But let's see.
Oxygen levels increasing.
That's right, bees. What are you gonna do now that there's oxygen in the room? That's what I thought. I mean, oxygen's flammable, so maybe we can light the atmosphere on fire. If there's something usable, it has to be, like, quite. quite close. shoot the insect swarm with the empty gun.
Know what I was thinking there.
Man. He's got the best ideas, but they never let me do them. Metal plaque. I guess I'll take that. Cover that up in sticky juice. There we go. Good thing it fits the natural curvature of the glass. He's done it. He's vaporized the milk. Now he has vaporized queen pheromone. Now he can use it in the bug room. Probably on the oxygen tank.
That's just crazy.
Never mind.
I don't think this.
Load it into the gun and then shoot it into the bees.
Maybe. No.
I can interact with the swarm. Okay. Go fetch. Well, they're still here. They are still here. And we are dead. Maybe it was a timing-based thing. It would surprise me if it was a timing-based thing. Alright. We're at the same place we used to be. Okay, let's just, like, I don't know, run through it. No, go. Okay, they do not care. Well, there was one time during the animation where the bees did go away for like 3 seconds. So we can try that as well. Oops. See, now they're gone. Oh, they came back. Ah. One more try. What the hell did that do for me? Let me get some more bee milk. Maybe they haven't breathed enough pheromones in yet. Here's the other thing we can try.
I think that would break.
Okay. Use round 2. Eat this. Okay, this doesn't do anything. Well, I guess we'll be coming back to this another day and seeing if we can see what to do, because I do not know what to do. Like maybe if you throw it in the fans to keep it always in the air, although that makes like no sense because I put it in the air and then it went away. One more peek. Fast spinning fan. Yeah, okay, I have one more thing to try. Can't help it. So they wanted... Okay. Alright. Not what I expected, but it worked.
Oxygen levels increasing to dangerous levels.
Dangerously breathable levels.
Oxygen levels pose a fire hazard. See sec.
It's beautiful.
The oxygen garden's my favourite part of any ship. Green, full, natural.
Where am I? Oh. Right. Water. What am I doing? Where can I go? I can go back here. Do something. Emergency flare. Alright. You might want to, like, throw that over there.
I don't think this will fit.
Need to ignite it so we can do something. Get some matches. Up the bridge.
Maybe if it...
Light a spark.
It won't work.
Vaporized flare. Alright, prepare to be used on every object in every room.
No. Crazy.
Alright.
I think that would break. No. Crazy.
Vaporize the flare.
This isn't going to work.
Don't you tell me what won't work. Vaporize the flare.
Try to make it fit, but it may break.
Use it on yourself. Oh.
Maybe. No.
Indeed. Moss covered wall. Friction. Oh. How do you light a flare? Does it have like a
I think that
fuse? Need a flare gun? We can find... Was the corpse the one who was talking about the flare? We don't know. Flare gun? Any flare gun owners in this room? Plants. Of course. Plants. What if we soak the flare and get it wet so that way it won't accidentally ignite and burn up all the oxygen in the room? Safety first. Light it, chop it in half using the blades of the slowly spinning fan.
No. No, that won't work.
Just having a good think about it. Oh, I can go down here. Okay. These plants are stinky. Eleanor is still alive.
I can get you out. I can cut you free.
She's part of the mushroom. She did use the magic word. Let me read your diary first. I don't really wanna. What is good to all? I wish his kindness just extended to Chelsea. The galley chief told me that a few of her crew members are uncomfortable with having an ARG patient. Augmented reality game? Patient on her staff. I asked her if her work was below standard, at which point he grew uncomfortable and admitted, as I thought. No, his team was just uncomfortable with her anyway. Being a geneticist and a Christian may appear contradictory to most, but that's their burden, not mine. I believe in grace and mercy. It wasn't Chelsea's fault. She was born as someone non-standard. James, my ex, blamed me. James wanted her terminated, and when I refused, he packed up and left. That suits me. I'd rather be without an unloving husband and father than without my beautiful child. And she is. A gift from God, and for a ship full of the most supposedly forward-thinking people in the galaxy, their aversion to her condition repulses me. Tolerance and patience are virtues greatly praised by the Lord, but aboard this ship I find my stores of both these virtues sorely tested. I discovered through one subordinate that a shipment arrived a few days ago destined for Project Seed. My disapproval of the dangers of Seed are no secret. Considering the size of the shipment and my clear attempt to cut me out of the loop regarding the delivery, I suspect some of my colleagues are trying to mask the precise nature of what it is that has arrived. If it's what I suspect, there will be no, and I mean no lengths I will not go to in order to depose Dr. Milan. KinCorp is a company for the promotion of sciences, not the sinister schemes and unprincipled ambitions of individuals. I have moral issues with Kane and their weapons research. It tests my faith, but Kane's medical breakthroughs have changed the world. And my world, too. It's because of Kane's research that Chelsea's alive. And this is what I must do what I do. I work in genetics to find cures for Chelsea and others like her, not for money. It's my job to put things right for her. I had lunch with Dr. Gray. He's an odious little man and utterly misanthropic. But if you need someone to talk to about the Project Seed, there are few people who give up information more easily. His ego outweighs his sense of confidentiality. Project leaders and members are not allowed to discuss details of projects, but he can't resist. Nevertheless, he has revealed disturbing details. I'm aware of our sample origins. We need human material to develop cures for humans. It's a hard truth. But there's paperwork, permissions, and contracts to create the supply, and the shipment has none of those things. Your children. Oh God, in all your great mercy, how could you let Milan, this monster, do this? It's taken months, but I found a young cargo worker named Danica. She was referred to be my Dr. Tenchu, so sweet. It seems the cargo was a combination of adults and children, all of whom were acquired illegally. I did not agree to this. I will leave this place and take Chelsea with me before I spend one more minute working for a company that endorses this use of children in research. There are not enough words to describe the soulless creatures who did this. I don't believe in revenge. Never avenge yourself, but leave it to the wrath of God, for it's written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, says the Lord. Where is she? The creatures are attacking in full force. The screams are all over the radio. I hear them scuttling through the vents, see the blood they spill, and pray over the walls. Oh God, please bring Chelsea back to me. I'm trapped in hydroponics. Please let my little girl find me. Voice note. I see Chelsea inches from me, lifeless. I contemplated taking my life as she died just before my eyes. When the creatures attacked, the crew sealed off parts of the ship and I was left in hydroponics. The fungus got to me and now it's inside, profaning my body. Its nerves wrapped around my central cerebral cortex. I can feel it moving. I try to move my arms, but it won't let me. It's making me watch the fungus consume my girl. I must watch and pray for the end to come. So then it does not depend on the man who wills or the man who runs, but on God who has mercy. I think we read these. Sorry. We can get creative, probably.
I don't think this will fit.
I can turn her into John, who is currently uninfected, and therefore
I think that'll just break it.
she will also be John, and also uninfected.
I hope you end this.
You need to light the. You need to tell me how to light the flare, because I don't know how to do that.
I don't need you to leave. I need you to crack this flare. The oxygen will ignite. Then you will die.
Ayo. Alright, get going.
Extreme external temperatures detected.
Right.
Plug suit has regulated body temperature to benchmark level.
The fire systems just went haywire over here, John. What did you do?
I cleared the vines.
Flamethrower!
No.
Something like that.
Fire in Oxygen Gardens 1, 3, 5, 6, 9. Fire in Oxygen Gardens 2, 7, 8. Fire suppression system activated. Warning. Fire suppression system compromised. Warning.
Shit! Oxygen production has been compromised. Are the biomes still intact?
Well.
God, please don't say burn them out.
Just the one on this level.
They're all on this level.
Cause a chain reaction, John. We're all going up. We have a time limit now. Hours at most.
Get my daughter right now.
Whoa. The elevator works now, right? It does. Alright, see, this is a good place to stop. Because my kitty is hungry. Yeah. Idiot.
Must have mattered.
to do with this?
It wasn't me. I did not crack that flare.
Appreciative. Where is Rebecca?
She's in the containment area at the other end of Seed.
John, recharge yourself. You are running low of power. Alright, all charged up. Alright, still a pretty good game. Saw a lot of the Steam reviews were kind of between the 7 to 9 hours played mark, I think. So, more than halfway done. I'm predicting 1 or 2 more streams. Probably. Stay tuned for the next time I decide to play this, which might be tomorrow and might be like never. Who knows? I guess we'll just have to see when it happens. Until then, thanks for watching and see ya.